her squat PB is 115 kilos, so she is about to try to equal her squat PB on her second attempt. The plan obviously being to go for a new PB on the third attempt, but for that she needs to execute this 115 with something still to spare. So let's see.
Again, welcome back everyone on the stream. I'm afraid we keep being kicked off the internet connection, and then if we reconnect we come back, which is why you're getting these dips. I am very sorry. I am going to leave Abby to commentate alone for a little bit while I just check there's no one else in this building who suddenly decided to start using huge quantities of the internet for no good reason. Abby, is that all right with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you
I'll
so much.
Early.
You'll only have the one camera, I'm afraid, but we
okay.
can. We'll let me go and have a little look and just check no one's decided to suddenly start watching Now TV or something similar.
Okay. So this is the third round of the squats for the Group A 63 kilo class lifters. It's Megan Garfield. She missed 65 kilos on her second attempt. So let's just hope that she gets it on her third. She already had her opener though, so you know, there's no panic. She's not dropping that very deeply, so I think the depth is possibly questionable. She's got it this time. The referees liked it 2-1, so she has got that 65 kilo squat that she was after in the second round. Okay, so that was Laura Petch just there with 67.5 kilos, and she got that comfortably. That's her third squat in the bag. Now, Ursula Davis successfully squatted 72.5 on her second attempt. She actually missed her opener though. She's now going for only a 2.5 increase on her second attempt. She's going for 75 kilos, just 2.5 kilos more than her second attempt. Third attempt, 75 kilos for Ursula Davis. So. So the depth on that squat was not as great as some we've seen, and the referees have red lighted it. They didn't think it was deep enough. Even from the front view, I would agree with that. So Amelia Brasnet from Oxford University, 77.5 kilos. She got both of her openers, so it's going well. She looks pretty calm coming on for her third attempt. She doesn't look intimidated or flustered. Now, from the front view, the depth on that did not look particularly convincing. I don't know. Let's see what the referees thought. One of the referees has red lighted it, but the other two said it was okay. So it's 2-1. She's been awarded the lift. It's okay. So, Hannah O'Brien, 85 kilo third attempt. She got her opener of 75. She got her second squat of 80 kilos. It's all going according to plan so far. So let's see if she can get 85 and just add on to her total. So let's see what Hannah makes of this. So it's good attempt selection. That looked to be pretty much on her limit, and the referees have awarded it 3 white lights. So that was really, really excellent lifting from Hannah. Sensible choices of opener, second and third attempt, sensible jumps between those attempts, and ending with a third squat, which was like really exactly judged on her limit. Now, Naomi absolutely needs to get this third squat. She hasn't got her first 2 squats. She has to get this 85 kilo squat. Everybody's going to want her to get this. Now, it's technical reasons that she didn't get the first 2. Let's just hope the referees thought it was deep enough. She's got it 2-1. She's on the scoreboard now. So that was pretty nerve-wracking for Naomi Fenton. She saved the situation. She's on the scoreboard, but she really is going to have to take care of how she trains the depth on that squat. Her coach needs to get her to squat more deeply. Otherwise, she's going to throw away lifts in competition. So, Emma Glenham, 87.5 kilos for her third and final squat attempt. And that was pretty comfortable. 3 white lights. So Olivia Horncastle, so far she's doing really well. This is her first ever competition. She is a geography student at Exeter, and as she says, that means she is good at colouring in. Apparently, that's what geographers excel at is colouring in. So, so she's also doing pretty well at squatting. 90 kilos is her third attempt. Okay, now that wasn't super deep, but she has her first 2 squats, so she looks pleased to have managed to lift that. It's 2-1 in her favour. So one of the referees, I think, thought that the depth perhaps wasn't quite there, but it's okay. She did enough. She's got 2 out of 3, and she's been awarded the lift. So, Amy Pittman next up, 95 kilos. Now, she missed this on the second attempt. She did get her opener of 85 though, so 95. Yeah, she looks pretty keen to actually get this on her third attempt.
Looks entirely pumped, yeah. So
yeah.
So I'm afraid I found no culprit for the internet spottiness, I'm afraid, ladies and gents. That's the undiagnosed problem we had before. Just have to hope that it stays with us. Fingers crossed, everyone. Amy Pittman. Oh, if she stays with that, she'll work through it. Wow.
That was fantastic.
That's brilliant, wasn't it?
that was really impressive.
It's just a war.
Yeah, she managed to not let the bar go down either.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she managed to just somehow control the lift whilst slightly altering her position to find a better path on the way up, and that was enough to get her the lift. So Lisa Jones looks she looks like she's experienced a bit of trepidation about the third squat, which is understandable because it's heavy. It's 100 kilos. But she also looks quite determined. So
Let's see how she gets on.
Yeah. That's brilliant. Great. Yeah, we're seeing some pretty exciting squats in the third round, actually. 3 white lights. That was really great. Yeah, well done. Well done, Lisa Jones. 100 kilos now again for Isabel Coomer. She missed her opener, but she recovered on her second attempt with 95 kilos. So now 100 kilos is a sensible step up from that.
And the lifties, no lift on the break.
Okay, yeah, unfortunately it was judged to be not deep enough by the referees. Yeah. It was on her limit there, it really was. So but you know, she got her second attempt, so she's in a reasonable position still. Okay, so now Nur Izati. Good opener, good second attempt. She's only increased by 2.5 kilos for her third attempt. So I don't think this will be an easy one.
See how she gets on.
But it's the big 100.
Controls it down.
She's won that.
That's the sticking point.
You want to get
Whoa.
Okay, now the depth is the question.
Okay.
That was really so determined. Yeah, 3 white lights. Yeah. So.
And the bar is loaded. Let's have a big shout out. You're working well, ladies and gentlemen. Got the last one in. Let's see if Catriona can get this one.
So things are going well for our last lifter, Nur Izati. Apparently her squat PB before today was 85 kilos, so she's added 15 kilos to her squat PB. That's quite good. Okay, now this is actually a bit below Katrina's squat PB. But she missed this weight on her second attempt and she's got it now. So hopefully she's reasonably happy. Actually, that's 2.5 kilos less than her best squat. So, Lily Erskine got her opener of 100, got her second attempt for 105. It's all really smooth running so far. 110 she's going for on her third, which is a good amount of weight for the 63 kilo class.
She looks pumped for it. Let's see what she does here.
3 more minutes at the end of this round, so no more changes.
Puts herself underneath.
Okay, so this will be a 5 kilo PB if she gets this, because she equalled her PB on her second with 105. So this will be a new PB for her. It'll be a 5 kilo increase on her previous PB.
She's pumping herself up for this one. See how she gets on.
Her second looked tough. Looked like she had some more, but not a lot more.
Oh no. It didn't have to be over at the first point where she came forward, but unfortunately then when one of her knees slightly caved, it was just wasn't quite the way it was good. Fair attempt though, if you're ever going to do it, now's the time.
Yeah, I think she might have had a 107. The 105 second attempt didn't look easy.
Amy's keen to go.
So Amy Viner also attempting 110.
Out she comes.
Yeah, 110 kilos feels like pretty serious weight on your shoulders.
That's some serious work there, isn't it?
3 white lights.
3 white lights.
Very good.
7.5 kilos on the bar. This will be for Rebecca. Rebecca is the last of this group. After that, if there's any change to the referees.
Okay, so Rebecca Listman, she equalled her PB of 115 on her second squat, and it didn't look super easy. So that's probably why she's only added 2.5 kilos for this. So let's see if she can get a new squat PB.
Big shout out to everyone still watching on the stream. I'm sorry you have had a few connection drops. Like I say, it's a little bit beyond our control, but we're absolutely working our very best to make that one work. Just stick with us. We're always going to come back. Here comes Rebecca stepping it out for 117. It's high bar, isn't it? It's going to have a long way to travel. And she's got... No, I don't think that was deep either, do you?
Yeah, no.
Okay,
so no, I think she was just feeling the sense of the heaviness on the way down.
Left it all on the platform that time.
Yeah, I think she lacked confidence with the descent. You saw there was a bit of a stutter even on the way down, but it was heavy. So
big shout out to Abby, who's commentating with me today, for ably holding the fort as I ran off trying to find out what was going on with the internet. I can't say I succeeded, but please do stick with us. We're always going to come back even if we do disappear from time to time. Big shout out to Alaiko, SPD Spotter. We are Wired Up Media. We're doing the live streaming today. We're at Moulton College, fantastic educational establishment in Northampton, sir. This is the Women's University Championship. Just a big also shout out to the Moulton College Farm Powerlifting Club. They've been absolutely fantastic putting this all together. These are their spotters, they're their judges, they're their loaders, and Kevin James, who runs it, has been running this from the get-go, and it's been pretty fantastic all ways round. Looking out for Sophie Lester, who'll be popping up for her first squat in a minute.
Yeah. So this is still the 63 kilo weight class. There's a lot of lifters in the 63 kilo weight class. So this is back to openers again, though, because it's the B group. It's the B group rather than the A group, so we're now seeing opening squats again.
Sophie looks pumped.
Yeah. So we're expecting most of these openers to look relatively comfortable, but of course, it's pretty. The opening squat is also nerve-wracking. So sometimes things look a bit difficult because the lifter is still trying to find their focus. But there was no trouble with that opener. She looks absolutely delighted to get her opener, actually. So
yeah, she looked pumped out for it as well. I think it was a case of I want to get this done and I want to relax. Which is completely understandable.
Yeah, I think if you can get your opening squat, then the probability of bombing in the competition really substantially drops.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I think there's just less chance of bombing on bench or deadlift.
I just think once you pass that initial hump, your brain gets a bit more your brain relaxes, right?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? It's that oh my god, what if I never get a lifted thing that you're past, you know?
Yeah.
Catherine Sweetman, straight through it by the looks of it.
So in terms of also a test of balance, the squat is the most challenging test of balance out of the 3 lifts that you've got. Basically because the weight's at the top of your body rather than below you. So when the weight's below you on the deadlift, the balance largely takes care of itself. But on the squat, you're having to balance the weight, the entire movement, which is one of the challenges, and that's one of the things. That's one reason squatting is scary.
Yeah, I think. We'll just see Florence Eastwood. She heads out for 90 kilos.
90 kilo opener.
Gun post. Drops it in. Look deep enough from here.
Yeah, she wasn't trying to cut the depth on that. 3 white lights.
90 kilos, easy peasy. 92.5 on the bar, please. This is for Caitlin.
Caitlin Berry, 92.5.
Yeah, 92.5 kilo opener. So yeah, she looks quite anxious, which is often the case on your opening squat.
Yeah, hopefully she gets this out of the way
Because,
and she can just forget
opening
about all
squats
those
are
worries and
nerve-wracking.
just get things done.
Yeah.
So let's see how she goes.
Yeah.
It's a very wide hand grip, isn't it? So it's sort of
It is.
elbows are up, which will force her forward, but hopefully she doesn't mind. Oh well, tell a lie. It didn't force her forward at all. However, was it
She looks to have quite good squat mechanics, I would say.
2-1.
She gets it 2-1. I don't know quite what the centre referee saw a problem. I'm not too sure what, but it doesn't matter because she got the lift, so it's okay. So, Isabel Davies, 97.5 kilo opener from her in the 63 kilo weight class. She's quite light for the class. 59.9 kilos is her body weight.
There she comes. Seeing quite a lot of people this afternoon who are looking really, really good to go, right? They're really pumped up for this.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, that's one of the things about lifting later in the day. You've got more time to wake up, and also you just want it done. You've been hanging around all day.
Yeah, of course.
Just like, come on, just let me get started.
Especially if you're cutting water around all weight, right? Yeah. What was that? That was
good lift. 3 white lights. Good lift. It didn't look that deep from the front angle, but the referees clearly saw it was deep enough. It was convincing, and 3 white lights, really good. Okay, Claire Porter. It's the big 100. The big 100 kilos is her opener. Yeah, opening on 100. I was scared to do that for quite a while as a lifter.
Yes, yeah. It feels like a statement, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It feels like you're making a statement, whether you're making a statement or not.
I'm not a very good squatter, to be honest, but yeah, 100 kilos opener is a milestone. Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So let's see if it was a good choice.
Deep breath, sinks it down. Knees cave in a bit.
Not
but that's
immensely
not the end of the
easy.
world, no. Good.
Okay, 2-1. The centre referee, I think the red card is depth. Okay.
Centre referee's fighting a bit of a rearguard battle for depth standards, perhaps. Or he's got his own thing in his head. Who knows?
Yeah. But it's okay because she got it 2-1. So 105 kilos next for Rihanna Graham.
Here she comes.
Yeah.
Steps it out. Oh. Puts the hair over.
So again, you can see the look of anxiety, but also concentration on her face. So she doesn't look flustered.
No, that's fine.
3 white lights. Good opener. Suzanne Daniel, 110. Only 60.4 kilo body weight. So again, light for the 63 kilo weight class. 110 kilo opener. Impressive opener. Let's see if she does it.
There she comes.
So yeah, 110 is my last warm up on a squat.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, in competition.
It's a very tidy squat position, isn't it? And a very tidy squat indeed, yeah. Not messing around.
So she looks like somebody who likes squatting. Not like me. Okay, another 110 kilo opener from Ella Louise Handley, 62.65. So she's closer to the top of this weight class. It's hard to tell, you know, like it could be that she's 62.65 kilos after breakfast, or it could be that she had to cut to this weight to make weight for the 63s. We don't know.
So she's smiling and talking, which is a good sign.
Sort of, although she has a concern. Is it the rack height?
She doesn't think the rack height is the right rack height. So
yeah, we don't know.
Yes.
We'll take her. Yeah, we'll assume she's right.
Steps it out.
But she didn't waste time coming onto the platform, so I think the clock's probably still okay.
Yes. Yeah, I think she's got away with that. Let's see.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lovely squat, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that was a good
Again, she looks like somebody who likes squatting.
Yeah,
absolute confidence.
With all that kind of messing around with the rack height position, you'd expect that to be an issue, but she's smooth through that as smooth as you like.
And the bar is low.
There comes Stephanie Gagnon, something like that. Apologies if I've got that wrong. I promise I've tried my best. Either way, 115, that's a big old squat to start with.
It really is.
Gets herself set.
Yeah, I am.
Big numbers for its weight class. It's confident underneath it. Steps it out, slightly gingerly. She's got the strength, let's see how she goes. Yeah, that's easy. It's a lot of strength there, isn't it?
Yeah. She looked a little bit cautious on the descent. So it's possible that we'll see her second attempt look rather easier, because if she's gained a bit of confidence, she might actually execute a more confident descent on the second attempt, and she may actually make it look easier than that. But it was fine. Her opener was absolutely fine. A 115 opener is impressive for the 63 kilo class.
Squatting is very much my thing, and I've always found that after the first one's in the can, everything gets a bit easier. Yes.
I gain confidence with my balance and the descent, and usually make a bit of a better job. So, in fact, if anything, I'm deliberately cautious on my opener not to lose my balance.
Because that can throw you right off, can it?
And so I know it's a weight that I don't have to commit to with everything I've got in order to still get it. I can afford to be just a little bit careful on the descent, and I know I'll still lift it.
100%. So,
Suzanne Golder, she's been competing for a few years. She's on the Cambridge University varsity team, and she's just been progressing just really impressively over the years so far that she's been lifting. She's just been growing in strength, and 117.5 kilo squat opener is impressive.
Gets a hand set, stamps her feet.
Yeah, Suzanne's done quite a few competitions now.
Gets herself set. Big breath. Down. Hopefully up and through. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
2 to 1.
Go 2 to 1.
Counts, so
Centre referee, red card again.
Yeah, centre referee's in a bad mood today.
Tough, yeah.
I'm sure he's not. I'm sure he's exercising his professional discretion stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so now Kate McCulloch Young. I think probably her name's been truncated. I'm suspecting that's McCulloch Young. So 125 kilo opener, over double body weight for the opener. So that's more than I open with. And so I'm envious, because that's a strong squat.
Let's see how she gets on.
Oh gosh, but that's what I expect a third attempt to look like.
Yeah.
She got it, but that's what I expect a third attempt to look like, not an opener.
Yes, she hit the,
I don't think she's got much more.
She kind of just, she didn't buckle, but she looked like she might, but still she got it. So let's just see.
Okay, now we're going to see
Victoria.
127.5 kilo opener.
Victoria has bought a
Massive.
fan club, and most of them appear to be sat directly behind us.
Yeah, they're quite
so
loud. Quite
I
loud.
imagine you're getting them.
Yeah.
That's not that we mind. Of course,
No.
just explaining. Deep breath. Deep enough.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's not messing around.
Wow.
Okay, now that
Yeah,
looked
that
like
was
a
that
first
was
attempt,
confident
shouldn't it?
execution.
Yeah.
That was a confident execution. Now again, it didn't look incredibly easy, but it did look confident.
Yeah. indeed.
She clearly didn't doubt that she was going to get that.
Yes. Yeah. No, there was no room for error
No,
there, and she didn't
no.
give any suggestion she was
Okay.
going to.
So I'm looking for seeing Kate McCullough's second attempt. That 125 did not look like it had much left, but she's increased by 5. She's going to attempt for her second squat. Kate McCullough. Let's see about Victoria Young. No, Victoria Hammond, sorry. But now we're into the second round. So we've got Catherine Sweetman, 87.5 kilos. She did 85 on her opener successfully. So Catherine is at Bangor University. She's doing media studies. But she's very artistic in her hobbies, fine art and photography. This is pretty cool. Now, unfortunately, she's got a couple of red lights on her second squat there.
What was that? Did she step it forward early? I think that must have been.
I don't know. So she managed the weight. It was okay.
Yeah.
So she's got a chance on her third of getting that. 90 kilos for Sophie Lester. 97.5.
Pops herself in position. Let's see what she's got. So she's
Wearing wraps
Right, okay.
with probably like pretty tight squat suits that are very twitchy and can throw them forwards very quickly.
right. Okay.
But yeah, she hasn't torn her quads. It's fine.
Good.
Yeah, 97.5 kilos for Florence Eastwood. Second attempt. 90 successful opener. Wide stance. Oh no, not quite. No, that wasn't immensely deep.
Okay.
Do the referees think it was okay?
They
No,
do not.
no. They agree with our view from here. It was not deep enough.
It's a shame.
She's lost that.
It was a
She's
good
lost that
fight.
lift. Yeah. So she had something left in the tank. So she has a hope of coming back on the third and actually getting that if she sinks it deeper. Yeah.
Another momentary drop there. Sorry if you lost your connection. We are back. I'm afraid it's slightly dull at this end. We don't know quite why this connection is doing this. I have had a skirt around trying to find someone who knows, but sometimes, unfortunately, if the infrastructure that physically connects us to the outside world has an issue, it's very hard to do much without diving into the box itself, which I'm not qualified to do. Anyway, Claire Porter.
105
she's going to smoke
kilos.
this. If it was deep enough, she's all right, but was
Yeah.
it deep enough? Judges say
No.
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 It's a shame.
So yeah, I don't know. You know, it's I don't know what advice these lifters coaches have been giving them with regards to squat depth, but it's not enough to just go within the legal squat depth, because the referees, in the split second they have to decide, it may not look like legal depth to them,
Yeah.
even if it technically was.
And there is, to a certain extent, flights of lifts gain character after a period of time. And if you're in a flight where a lot of people are dropping them, you're less likely
Yeah.
to get the benefit of
Yeah,
the doubt.
yeah.
Which is why
So,
you
yeah.
need it to be beyond doubt.
Absolutely. 112.5 kilos, nicely done by Rihanna.
Done.
Yeah.
Again, 2 to 1. So
Yeah,
it's
red
just
light. So, I mean, I think it's partly, you know, different referees. They do have different attitudes. But it is their personal judgment. They call it how they see it, and you have to consider that when you're lifting. You have to squat so that you will convince even harsh referees.
exactly, yeah, and you've got to have that ability to take it where it needs
Yeah.
to go if it's a flight
Yeah,
where people aren't getting deep.
yeah.
So, Steve, your captain is Lucy, is that right? and she's captain of the Cambridge team. Hi, Mafia. Nice to have you back. I am commentating, but I'm having to leave it to Abby. Firstly, Abby knows a lot more about it than I do, but secondly, also, we're having a few internet connection issues, so I'm having to run off and deal with those. But I am here. Lovely to have you back on stream.
So that was an absolutely beautiful second squat from Suzanne Daniel. 115 kilos. She moved that beautifully. Ella Louise Handley, 117.5. We're seeing some impressive squatting in this group from the 63 kilogram weight class. This is very close to double body weight. It's just a little bit under for these lifters, but these are intimidatingly heavy weights.
Indeed, and they're handling them pretty well thus far.
Yeah.
So Lucy's running for captain next year, potentially, and Susie's the Cambridge captain. All right, well, we'll keep an eye out for Susie next time she's up. It's good to know. Here comes Ella for 117.
Yeah, this is heavy. So I'm a 63 kilo class lifter myself. I often open on 120 kilos in competition, so 120 kilos scares me.
Yeah, it's a serious weight, isn't it? Now, has that come out slightly in a way that slightly confused it? Because it looked like the right-hand side came out a bit heavier than the left. Been wrong before, of course. Hopefully she can
looks like ever so slightly slanted on her back, but so now the depth. Oh yeah, the referees, no doubt there. They quickly lit the 3 white lights. Wonderful, a really beautiful 120 kilo squat there. Now Suzanne Golder, 125.
It's a big weight.
And that is almost exactly twice her body weight. It's just over. Okay, so actually, sorry, this is Lucy Hart first, 122.5. Sorry, the scoreboard got me confused there. 122.5, but that's over her body, double her body weight.
You wouldn't know though, would you? Look at that. Some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Refs are happy as well, which is good to see.
Yeah. Seeing some impressive 63 kilo class lifters.
Yeah, no, it's people are really putting it out there and stick it on the line. Obviously, that does mean that you've got a few more failures, but you know, obviously the old question is, do you want to see a few more failures, but everyone hitting what they want to hit and take it from there?
I think.
So that was Lucy, was it, that just passed?
Yeah, that was Lucy, 122.5. Now, Suzanne, 125 kilos. This is a double body weight squat for her.
Gets set, gets composed. If it's double body weight, no wonder. She stamps her feet, which is what she's wont to do before each one. There's a sort of hush arising in the room now. I think everyone knows this is a big one for her. A lot of that hush has just come about from the focus she's brought to the platform, actually, which is impressive. So, come on, Suzanne. Sorry about the Lucy, not Lucy. Here comes Suzanne Golder. Deep breath. Sit down. Okay, now that should be good. Let's see what the judges say. Oh no,
she
2 to 1.
Lifted it. Oh,
just cut it a little bit high. That's a real shame.
Yeah. Hopefully she'll return and get that. She clearly wants it. Clearly means something to her to get that squat. Judging by how she approached it.
Out comes Kate.
130. Okay. So
serious.
It was 125 opener. If I recall, it wasn't immensely easy, the 125 opener. Let's see.
No. I've stuck with it, which is always good to see.
Yeah. So you know, Kate's absolutely fine in terms of she's in a safe position because she got her opener, but you have to wonder why she opened so heavy.
Yeah, it was close, Steve. There was a war, but it just wasn't quite there on the depth. Okay, Victoria Hammond, 135. Victoria has a big fan club with her, and the weight she's throwing down absolutely justifies it. See how she gets on. Steps it out. That's fairly composed.
135 kilos.
Oh, wow. Okay. So she properly dropped forward.
There was a fight.
That was good. There's no problem whatsoever.
Yeah. So Victoria, I'd be very surprised if she can do any more than that.
Yes,
she did a very good job getting that.
So it's just she just sort of allowed her
Looks like her absolute limit.
allowed her back to come up and her front to come forward. So it's so hard to pull it back. But then again, you know, if she can make that technical correction, there might be a bit more in there. But hard to know. I'm glad we're having that effect on you, Brick. Certainly being trapped in a chair while watching everyone else lift does make me feel very much like I want to go out there and lift something, although I think I've been sat in this chair for so long I'm not sure I'd manage much. Let's have a little look.
So
at
the
Catherine
third
Sweetman
round
does.
of the squats now. Yeah. Now, Catherine missed this on her second, actually. She opened only 2.5 kilos less than this.
Very good.
Looks like she has got that, and she looks really delighted, actually. Yeah.
She got it.
Yeah, well done.
And that was a good lift.
Yeah.
We have 95 kilos on the bar loaders. This will be for Sophie. And the bar is loaded. Sophie will be followed by Caitlin, Florence.
Here comes Catherine Sweetman, 87.5. Gets his offset. Steps it out. Looks pretty composed. Let's see how she goes. It's a slow descent. It's back up. Now it looked tough, but it looked good.
That's a good third squat.
3 white lights, lovely squat. And a big hug in the wings as well, which is always good to see. Glad to see all the people who are wanting to go out and lift after this. Obviously don't go lift till the stream's over, but then feel free to lift as much as you like. Here comes Caitlin, 97.5 for squat number 3. I think she wants this by the looks of it.
Yeah. So she missed this on her second, actually.
Oh, thank you for the correction. If this is Sophie, it might be that we've got locked on our scoring. Let's see what's happened. Either way.
No, I think we are on Caitlin. I think this is now Caitlin because
Okay.
I can see the 1.25 kilo plates. That's 97.5.
Okay, so I guess
And,
I'm reading the
so
comments a bit
yeah,
late.
unfortunately, she's not got that. So Florence Eastwood also attempting 97.5.
Out she comes.
Yeah. Florence attempted this on her second and didn't get it. I don't remember the reason.
She's pumped this
But
time.
yeah, she doesn't want to
See how
leave
she goes.
without this. And so, yeah.
Steps it out with real purpose, which is sometimes can be the trick to making you feel like you've definitely got it.
She looks like she knows she's capable of this.
Elbows down. There's a little bit of a wobble at the top. But oh no, too much today. She was in the right position as well. She maintained everything she needed to maintain to get there, but just it wasn't going to go, was it?
Was it Florence who fell forwards on the last round?
Yeah, so she made that correction, I think, but she made that correction, but just didn't manage to actually get the weight. I kind of feel like a failed attempt takes maybe 110% out of you, whereas a good one takes 100. Here comes Isabel Davis, 105 kilos. Isabel also has a vocal fan club behind us, which is all to the good.
So Isabel missed this on her second attempt. So again, she looks kind of,
She looks like she wants it.
She looks annoyed, which is good. She looks annoyed
It's a good
that
one to bring to, isn't it?
she doesn't already have this in the bag. Let's
Drops
see
it
if she can
down.
get it.
Okay, if it's deep, she's good, but that's the question
Depth
is whether
is,
it's deep.
yeah,
Oh, she
good.
got the depth. Brilliant.
Good. Good work.
Well done.
Yeah.
Claire Porter.
On the bar still, this will be for Claire.
Also 105. Also, she missed this on the second attempt.
Out she comes. See how she gets on. Gets herself psyched. Wonder what this is for Claire, whether it's a record or whether it's just business as usual, something to hit.
Well,
Either way, let's see how she goes.
yeah.
Steps it out. Deep breath. Down she goes. It's a slow descent into... No.
So we saw a lot of really deep squats in the
Yeah.
last session. And okay, so she didn't quite manage that anyway. But this session, I think all the squats are more shallow than in the first session. To me, it looks this way. So you know, we're seeing a lot of red lights from the referees. But to be perfectly honest, I think the squats are not as deep as they were before.
Okay, well, you think it's one of those things of character, sort of after a while you get the sense that everything is going one way and in fact it's going another. Either way, it's about having the depth in your arsenal to say, look, you know, a lot of people are getting pulled for reds, I'll stick it down a bit further and give it what it needs. Here comes Suzanne Daniel.
120. 120.
Nearly took the spotter out with a ponytail, which...
This is very close to double body weight, and you can see the tension in the way she's standing with that. It's not a small weight.
No, I think that's a very well plotted attempt, don't you? And a little whoop.
Really good.
Rihanna Graham. Out she comes.
You start to see the difference just in the entire stance of the lifter. With the less experienced lifters, holding the weight on their backs is usually not an effort. But you start to see the effort in these lifters. You see the tension in their faces and in their bodies and their necks, just standing there with these weights. Rihanna looks surprisingly comfortable with 120, I have to say. Done it. Who's done it? Okay, I spoke too soon. Depth. Referees were not convinced.
Shame.
Yeah.
Shame. Stephanie Gagnon, 125, squat number 3. That's a big squat, eh?
Yeah. So she's taken 5 kilo jumps in the squats. It's quite common. That's quite a common increment for these kind of weights. I personally think it's kind of on the small side. I take 10 kilo jumps personally, but those are considered large jumps.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Let's see how Stephanie gets on with this.
Yeah.
So, touch wood, stream seems to be running constant again. So, whatever was interfering with us has gone away, turned off whatever they were watching. So, you're back with us, and hopefully you're staying with us. Big shout out to Alico, SBD, big shout out to Spotter, all of our sponsors today. Hello to all of you on the stream. Stick with us. I hope you're having a good time. Let us know anything you want us to know in the comments. Here comes Stephanie with 1, 2, 5. Composes herself.
Yeah.
Drops it down. It's low enough. It's a yes.
Oh, what a nice squat.
She knew she had that, didn't she?
What a
That's
nice
the
squat.
trick.
Yeah. Three white lights.
Perfect.
3 white lights. Really great. Now, Suzanne Golder, she missed 125 on her last attempt. She's retaking 125. This will be a 5 kilo PB for her if she gets it. So she's going to be annoyed if she doesn't. 120 is her squat PB.
So Suzanne is from
125.
Cambridge.
She wants it. She wants it.
So I know there's a lot of following on the stream. Let's hope she gets this.
Yeah, come on, Susie.
Suzanne.
Yeah, so I think it was depth she was red lighted on. It wasn't an easy attempt.
See how she goes.
It also wasn't an all-out effort. So she's got it. She's got enough to do a deeper squat. Let's just see her do it.
Okay, it's deep enough. Oh, let's hope it is from where we're sat.
Yeah. Looks better. She's got it.
She's got it. There she is.
Yeah, she's delighted. She's really delighted. That's a 5 kilo PB for Suzanne. And a 125 squat is over double body weight for her weight. And so that's impressive, really impressive.
Great work.
So, 125.
Apologies for the noise midway through that, by the way. That was a sneeze that I stifled very badly, just in case anyone's wondering.
125 again for Ella Louise Handley. Just some
Louise
strong
Handley drops it down, brings it through. Yes. Yeah, there it is. God, that's some heavy squatting, isn't it?
What a great selection, great attempt selection there. That was really a perfect third squat. 127.5 for Lucy Hart. She's light for the weight class as well, 59.75 kilos.
Yeah, she's not messing around, is she?
No.
She gets on.
Yeah.
127.5. Squat number 3. Down she goes.
It was deep.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Just had to drive through it, but she did.
3 white lights.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect stuff. Sorry, I missed that last message.
Vicky Hammond is president of University of Birmingham's Powerlifting.
Ah,
Society
fantastic.
Club, yeah.
Well, that's great to know. So we are going into a 15-minute break, which is all to the good. 15-minute break after this. So firstly, we've got to see how Kate does.
1:30. So yeah.
Okay, it's a big one.
Kate missed this. Kate missed this on the second.
Okay, so let's hope she gets it this time. Was it
Yeah.
depth or was it strength?
I can't remember, I'm afraid.
No, I'm afraid I can't. Oh,
What's the matter? What's the matter?
that's not what she needs.
So she seems to think the rack height is wrong. She's literally just walked off the platform, actually. I'm not very sure what's going to happen now. Is it the wrong weight? Is it the wrong weight? I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. It's a bit strange. Oh, 137.5. So she wanted 137.5. So if she needs the weight, she needs the weight.
Oh, so this is, yeah, Vicky Hammond.
So Vicky looks pumped for it. Let's hope she gets this.
Yeah.
Steps it out. She's got the weight she wants now. Deep breath, drives it down. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yes. Well, that's something else.
Yeah, that was some drama.
Goodness me, that's something else.
Yeah. That was impressive.
She
really
was
impressive.
right underneath that, right? She was utterly
yeah.
trapped on that, and she just decided to stick with it, not to freak out, just to keep going, man. That's tremendous work.
Yeah.
Congratulations to her. So there will be a short break, I would say probably about 10 minutes. We will go to a blank screen. If the screen does, if the stream goes turns off and turns back on again, it's because we're just resetting the internet while we've got an opportunity. It may not, depending on how things are looking. Thanks so much for sticking with us. We'll be back in 10.